from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now three-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to three-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Right back to him on first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and 4. First carry for Najee Harris.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Now here's another carry for Harris. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll try the right side with Harris. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On the give, this is Harris. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. He's got the first down and more than that. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But
oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
All right, second down, right back to Hunt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me,
With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
There's Wilson to throw.
He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on 1st down.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy as the 1st half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the 1st half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Steelers got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wilson's throw brought in by Austin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They hand this off to Harris. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. On the give, it's Warren.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Wilson. Austin's got it left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Wilson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Harris.
Down to about the 37.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
He'll get this complete to Austin.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he returns this to the 22.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Well, Smith-Schuster with a great catch.
And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mahomes going to throw.
On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mahomes now to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
Another completion here to Hunt.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now left side on the swing pass. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
Pickens on the slant.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Wilson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down, this is Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
On first down, Mahomes over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Swings this out for Hunt. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Here's 1st and goal. Mahomes.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Xavier Worthy
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 20-17. Less than 90 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now Wilson.
He's got Pickens complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Wilson.
That's to Freiermuth. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Wilson to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Throwing now is Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
They'll run again with Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted through the middle of the field. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So it's a win for the Chiefs here, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football, wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game, and his leadership, it really showed through in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out.